This is Andrew Rosindale, Member of Parliament for Romford, and I'd like to send my very best wishes to all my wonderful friends in the British Tamil Conservatives, and indeed to the entire Tamil community across the United Kingdom, and wish them all a very happy Pongal. It's been a difficult year and we can't come together to celebrate, but I want to know that you are always on my mind and you will always have my support. And I know that the Tamil people are very resilient. The Tamil people have gone through a huge amount in recent years and throughout history, but I know that they are resilient and are determined, and they will defend their rights, and I will back them all the way. And I know that Pongal is about bringing people together and extending friendship and peace and prosperity, and let's hope we get a lot more of that in the coming year and the years ahead. And so I'd like to say thank you to all my Tamil friends and wish you a wonderful celebration, but also to thank you for the amazing contribution you make to this, our magnificent United Kingdom. Thank you so much.
Vanakkam. Thai Pongal is upon us. This is the harvest festival for the Tamil community, which is celebrated around the world. It's a time when we show that we are grateful for all the good things, not just for food, but also for friends and for family, and anything really that brings us joy. Unfortunately, this year, of course, we will not be able to celebrate this wonderful festival socially, but let's not make that stop us from enjoying the festival with our family. I'm so grateful to the Tamil community for the wonderful contributions that they make to London and indeed the whole of the United Kingdom. So at this festive time, I wish you a very happy and successful Pongal.
Hi there, my name's Elliot Colburn. I'm the MP for Carshalton and Waddington and the chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Tamils in the UK Parliament. And I just want to take a moment to wish our Tamil friends here in the UK and around the world a very happy Thai Pongal. The last 12 months have been very difficult for Tamils and others in the UK, but I want to celebrate the amazing contribution of the Tamil community in the UK and abroad at this time of crisis. From stepping up to care for COVID patients in our hospitals and care homes, helping to deliver the ever more important vaccine and testing facilities, volunteering support to support the most vulnerable in our society, and much, much more. Thank you. This contribution will help beat the virus, support our society, and save lives. Now, Thai Pongal is a time of renewal. So as we approach the next session of the UNHRC in the spring, I hope that this will be a time that the Sri Lankan government will reflect on their recent actions and renew their commitment to addressing human rights abuses. Only then can we work towards a brighter future for Tamils and others in Sri Lanka and around the world. Now, of course, this year's Pongal Festival will be different to celebrations we've had in the past. Friends and family will not be able to gather as we once did, and many of the festivities we've come to enjoy will have to be put on hold to stop the transmission of the virus. However, we can still celebrate at home, meeting over video chat, enjoying that delicious Pongal rice pudding, and keeping our loved ones safe. So I hope that your year ahead will be full of happiness, joy, and prosperity. Keep safe, and I wish you a very happy Thai Pongal.
Vanakkam, can I wish you a happy Thai Pongal? I really wish I could be joining many of my friends in one of the temples watching the rice boil over as we celebrate the Pongal festival together. But unfortunately, clearly that's not possible. Now, Pongal is a time to be thankful, usually for the harvest traditionally, but there's still a lot to be thankful for. So can I send my thanks to those of the Tamil community in particular who have been on the front line in our COVID response, in the health service, caring for those people who have been so ill, and some of whom have lost their lives in that process, but also for those of you that have fed the nation, that have transported the nation and been working in really critical roles. So I hope that we can come back together again, but in the meantime, Again, can I wish you and your families a happy Tai Pongal. Nandri.
As we reach the season of Pongal, it's my pleasure to issue this message of goodwill and thanks to all my friends in the British Tamil Conservative Group, to the Tamil community in South Swindon that I have the honour of representing, and Tamils worldwide, as we give thanks for a successful harvest and look ahead to better times to come. At this period of COVID, I can't think of a better moment to do that, to plan ahead and to think about the opportunities that we will all be able to seize or when the restrictions are over. Pongal is an ancient festival. It's 3,000 or more years old, and it's very much part of the important culture of Tamils that we celebrate today and indeed throughout the year. My thanks again to everyone and my very best wishes.
Jackie Doyle-Price, Member of Parliament for Thurrock. Happy Tai Pongal to all my Tamil friends. Normally this would be a time of year for Thanksgiving and celebration, but obviously we can't all get together this year due to the pandemic. But it makes us appreciate previous years and look forward to future ones. So happy Tai Pongal!
Hello everyone. A huge Happy New Year first of all, but also a very special Happy Pongal festival. I happen to love rice pudding, and I know that Pongal is a very, very special rice pudding, and that it is a very happy festival for the Tamils because you are celebrating the harvest season and the monsoon, the end of the monsoon. So I just wanted to wish you all every good health, wealth, prosperity. It's a 3,000-year-old festival, so it must be worth celebrating. And I hope that you have a very happy, prosperous harvest season and a prosperous new year.
Tai Pongal is a celebration of Thanksgiving, and while the last year has been a particularly challenging one, I know the Tamil community will still be celebrating regardless. After all, we still have a lot to be thankful for. The contribution you make to business, education, science and more is a testament to your hard work and dedication. You truly punch above your weight. And that's a quality shared with the entire United Kingdom. We recently found out that despite having less than 1% of the globe's population, the UK has administered 10% of the world's COVID vaccines, a tremendous achievement. Your Tamil tenacity, matched perfectly with the determination of the United Kingdom, makes for a truly potent partnership. So for this Pongal, I want to thank you, the Tamil community, for everything that you've done and everything that you will do to make our country the diverse, talented, high-impact nation that it is. Tamils believe that Pongal brings good wishes, wealth, peace and prosperity. As we are hopefully approaching the final phase of this pandemic, that message couldn't be more relevant or timely. So let me take this opportunity to wish all Tamils everywhere, however you're celebrating, a very happy Tai Pongal.
We have a fabulous Tamil community here in High Wycombe, and I want to take this opportunity to wish you, your friends and family a very happy Tai Pongal. This is a time when you worship as the harvest comes in, and I really hope that your festivities are able to continue online among friends and family, knowing that you can't meet together this year, for which I'm very sorry. So happy Tai Pongal, please look after yourselves.
I'd like to wish the entire community a happy Pongal. It is difficult times we are going through at the moment, and all of us are having to celebrate festivals in different ways than we would normally do. I know normally there would be processions. I know that it would be a 4-day long festival. But in your own homes, by using virtual media, I want to wish all and everyone in the community a happy Pongal. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will all be together again soon. I wish you well.
As we reach the season of Pongal, it's my pleasure to issue this message of goodwill and thanks to all my friends in the British Tamil Conservative Group, to the Tamil community in South Swindon that I have the honour of representing, and Tamils worldwide, as we give thanks for a successful harvest and look ahead to better times to come. At this period of COVID, I can't think of a better moment to do that, to plan ahead and to think about the opportunities that we will all be able to seize or when the restrictions are over. Pongal is an ancient festival. It's 3,000 or more years old, and it's very much part of the important culture of Tamils that we celebrate today and indeed throughout the year. My thanks again to everyone and my very best wishes.
Jackie Doyle-Price, Member of Parliament for Thurrock. Happy Thai Pongal to all my Tamil friends. Normally this would be a time of year for Thanksgiving and celebration, but obviously we can't all get together this year due to the pandemic. But it makes us appreciate previous years and look forward to future ones. So happy Thai Pongal!
When I come, can I wish you a happy Thai Pongal? I really wish I could be joining many of my friends in one of the temples watching the rice boil over as we celebrate the Pongal festival together. But unfortunately, clearly that's not possible. Now, Pongal is a time to be thankful, usually for the harvest traditionally, but there's still a lot to be thankful for. So can I send my thanks to those of the Tamil community in particular who have been on the front line in our COVID response, in the health service, caring for those people who have been so ill, and some of whom have lost their lives in that process, but also for those of you that have fed the nation, that have transported the nation and been working in really critical roles. So I hope that we can come back together again. But in the meantime, again, can I wish you and your families happy Thai Pongal. Nandri.
This is Bob Blackman, MP for Harrow East, just wishing all the Tamil community, wherever you are in the world, a very happy Thai Pongal. As we celebrate the end of the southeast monsoon season and the coming of the harvest, where we hope for a bumper crop, the opportunity, of course, comes for the Pongal to really be celebrated. So as the rice and the sugarcane is harvested, and then the rice is boiled in the pot and literally overflows, it's demonstrable with thanksgiving that the harvest has been so fruitful, but also overflowing with joy and love for everyone across the community. And let us hope that this year is no different. Obviously, under the pandemic, we're in circumstances which are not ideal, and we're having to do everything virtually. But no doubt you are finding ways of ensuring that in homes up and down this country and all over the world, that actually the Pongal can be boiled and overflows. So obviously we look at this as being a time of new beginnings, and let us hope that Pongal does bring us all a good wishes, wealth, peace and prosperity, but above all else, a good health. And during this time of this pandemic, please remember the message of washing your hands regularly, staying 2 meters apart, particularly in enclosed places, and also wearing a face covering in enclosed places. We need to cut down on this dreadful pandemic so that we can ensure we can come out of it and go back to a degree of normalities as fast as possible. And maybe the Thai Pongal brings with us the opportunity and the vision of the new vaccine, which actually will vanquish this dreadful virus once and for all. Now, of course, for Tamils, this ceremony, this festival, goes back for more than 3,000 years and has celebrated over all that time. But in this year, there is a sad element to that, and I join with others in utterly condemning the destruction of the memorial to the civilians that were killed at the end of the bloody civil war in Sri Lanka. There is no excuse for this. This was a peaceful monument. It wasn't meant to be anything else than commemorating all those who very sadly lost their lives, and I utterly condemn it. I trust that we can call the government of Sri Lanka to account. It's difficult to restore a monument after it's been wrecked, but I think it's absolutely right that we call on the Sri Lankan government to restore that monument so there is a permanent commemoration for all those people who sadly lost their lives. So let me conclude by wishing you a very happy Thai Pongal. I'm sorry that we're having to do this virtually, but let's look forward to next year when hopefully we can all come